Y'all already know we live, baby, with episode number 5, baby. Clap it up for us one time.
Yeah. Let's get it.
We are glad to be back for this No Box Sports Podcast brought to you by No Box Entertainment. And in case y'all didn't know, I'm one of your hosts, Uncle Doug.
And I'm the original CP3.
CP3, you better not ever forget it. And goodness gracious, we are back with another episode, man. We had 5 already, and we also in week 5 of the NFL season. But before we can get into week 5, we got to go back and open the door on week number 4, man. On the bright side of things, you got your first pick right this year. You picked the first Eagles game right this year, but unfortunately, you picked us to lose. And that we did, man. We got handled down there. Not Green Bay, Tampa Bay, man. What's up with Tampa Bay, man? Why the heck we always losing in Tampa Bay?
Hey man, word on the street is they got Hurts' number, man. Bowles knows how to defend them, and we just can't beat them for some reason.
They got the tape on the Eagles, man. Apparently, man. In case y'all didn't know, we went down there. We played them Sunday. We was coming off of a big win in New Orleans where we wasn't healthy, but we still found a way to stop down there high-powered offense, and we was feeling good about our defense coming into the game. And we got down there to Tampa Bay 2-1, and we left 2-2, man. That's what they did to us. 33-16, put 33 on our head. Damn!
Yeah.
Where was that defense that we was loving so much in New Orleans, man? It just wasn't there. If you look closely, man, they scored 14 on us in the first quarter. And this team is starting super slow. I don't know if we got a touchdown in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure that we don't. I don't know what's going on, man, but they jumped on us. I don't even want to really I don't even really want to relive this, but I mean, we will. Jalen Hurts, 158 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Baker Mayfield, darn near 350 on us, 2 touchdowns. Saquon, only 10 carries, 84 yards. Dallas Goedert was our leading receiver with 62 yards, man. So it was a really, really underwhelming game as far as stats go and as far as everything go with the Eagles, man. What happened in Tampa Bay?
I mean, honestly, man, Baker had his weapons, and we did not. All we had was Saquon, which I feel like we underutilized him in a way. And Dallas Goedert.
We don't use him when we absolutely have to. We absolutely had to.
Yeah, so it's like Baker had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. His tight ends ain't bad. He had 2 running backs, Bucky Irvin and the boy White that was running. Now our defense. I don't know what happened with them, but honestly speaking, the running backs that Buccaneers have ain't slouches. The wide receivers that they have ain't slouches. When you got weapons, you can perform like he did. We didn't have our weapons. We have our best 2 wide receivers.
Nope. So we was in the game again. If y'all don't know, AJ Brown missed the last. We hoping to get him back after the bye.
He hasn't played since Green Bay. I feel like 3 games.
It's 3 games, yes. So that's Atlanta, New Orleans, and this last game we just lost. So AJ Brown been out for 3 games. This was Devontae's first game. He got injured last week.
Yeah.
Not to mention Lane Johnson wasn't playing. And I don't think Beckham played either. No,
Beckham.
Yeah. Did he play? I know he didn't play versus New Orleans.
I think he played.
He played. I think we were missing another offensive lineman. Somebody went down during the game. I can't remember who it was.
Hey, I don't remember. I don't remember who got hurt during the game. I know starting the game, that right tackle, man, he was exposed. Like he had this one game against the Saints, Frank Johnson, did good, right? Coming in for Lane Johnson. But that new against Tampa Bay, where they had a whole week to prepare, they ate him alive, man. They ate him up, man.
Well, he'll back up. It was a rough day. It was a rough day for the O-line in general. Saquon didn't have a bunch of running room outside of that run at the halftime. Jalen didn't have much time to sit in the pocket. To me, I don't necessarily think the O-line's been playing on a cohesive level this season whatsoever. I don't think he's had much time to deliver the ball in the pocket. But Lane's been out for what? This is the second game he went out. He went out early versus New Orleans. He's probably the anchor of the O-line. We also got, 51 in there trying to hold down that Jason Kelsey spot. And, he adjusting. It's a lot of penalties on our O-line right now, false starts, hold in, misalignments. It's just like our O-line need to clean things up. And we'll naturally go into what we need to change. But we are on the bye week now. We don't have a game coming up, so we do get time to excel a little bit. And it's crazy because in the beginning of the season, nobody liked the week 5 bye. I can't think of nobody that was happy about the week 5 bye.
Yeah,
but
we
now
talked
that it's
about
actually here. It's like, thank you. That was a gift. Because we needed that. Even from watching from a fan's perspective, it's like you don't know what Eagles team you're gonna get on a week-to-week basis. But like you said, we was without our weapons, so our offense looked terrible. It was like I was barely confident we'll get a first down a lot of the drives. But that wasn't what we was most disappointed with because we kind of expected that coming into the game. It's the defense. The defense really raised concerns of fans and
say it again, bro. Say it again.
And it's like, what's going on? Are we going to do this inconsistent thing from week to week? It don't look like they was ready to play. The whole team wasn't ready to play, but the defense definitely not.
Baker Mayfield looked amazing this past week. And don't get me wrong, I don't think he's a bum per se, but it was way too many open receivers throughout that game, man. And
he made some tough throws too.
Like all we had, he did, but he also made some wide open throws too. And
a lot of wide open throws.
Again, part of that is because he got good. Like Mike Evans is a big dude,
great target.
He's a great target. So it's like you don't have to like he gives you a lot of air. He gives you a lot of margin for error because of his height.
Yeah.
So it's
catch
like
radius.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that helps Baker Mayfield, but like there was too many open receivers, and it's like we depended on Brandon Graham like he a 4th year player when he should be retiring soon. He's
so
15 years, I think.
Depending on him saying he our best pass rusher, that's what you're saying?
I mean, that's how it looks right now after 4 games, right? Like what is like Josh Sweat, I think, got a sack too. But like, where is Bryce Huff? Where is Bryce Huff? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. We're gonna put an APV out for Bryce Huff. Repeat that. Bryce Huff. I forget what number he wear. Oh, he wear number 0.
You know what?
Go ahead and put an APV out for him. Where you at?
I would love to say he's the Tobias of the Eagles, but that's an insult to Tobias Harris. That's an insult.
We're not taking those shots at Tobias. We're not doing that. He in Detroit, happy, away from you, mother effers. Leave him alone.
But I'm just saying, like, this guy's worse than that because like he change your number, dude. Change your number. You are not doing well with the number 0 because that seems to be all you give us. Like you just said earlier, like just change your number. Maybe that'll help you with your mojo because 0 is not working for you.
Bryce Huff, I got on here before we played New Orleans, and I said, we're going to get a Huff sack today. We're going to get it. It wasn't the game. And neither was this past one. I hate to give up on you this early in the season, bro, but I'm going to give you one more shot outside the bye week, man. Just because you got on that Eagles green, you in Philly now, you cashing them checks. So I got to ride with you to an extent, but dog, it's looking bad. Our D line is looking non-existent at times outside of Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is paying like a beast right now, and I just love watching Jalen Carter play as a former D tackle, dog, because he is. There is no position on the defense that can mess up the game like a defensive tackle. That's my core beliefs. And this guy, man, he wrecking game plans, but it's like, where's backup at?
I wonder
Where's
if
homies at?
Is that a biased opinion on your part that the D tackle is the one that messes? I don't know if that's a biased opinion.
No, it's not a bias. Because what you gonna do if the middle of your defense is crash? You can't run the ball. What you gonna do with the pocket collapsing?
Right.
What you gonna do? Like the quarterback not gonna be able to be comfortable, or they not gonna be able to run. So therefore, you got to run to the outside. That's messing up your game plan, and you got to design all quick. When that middle of that defense is compromised, that's why teams run on us like that. Because we have no other person. They just going away from Jalen Carter. If you watch teams, they just going away from Jalen Carter.
Right.
But that could be a biased opinion. I mean, it could possibly be. I'm sure a linebacker might have something to say about it. A DN might have something. A corner might have something to say. But it's like you play one side, you play one person, you play one area. So it's like you're not wrecking the whole game. They just don't got to throw to you at all. You're going to have to deal with me.
It would help. Wouldn't it help? You correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it help if you had that outside pressure from both sides? And then they have to kind of come in the middle, pause. And it's like, Carter then would be able to get someone like it's all supposed to work like
There's no balance.
You know what I'm saying?
It's pieces that go together perfectly. Some pieces are bigger than others, more important than others, but they all fit in the puzzle perfectly. So when Carter collapses the pocket and he rolls out to the right, Bryce Huff, you already got blocked down. There's nobody there to stop Baker from and Baker rolled to his right like 3-4 times. It didn't make no sense.
Man.
Man. The D line is terrible right now outside of Carter. Shout out the big guy, Jordan Davis. He got a sack. Sweat, you playing okay. I can't say you playing terrible. And Graham, you playing more than okay for your age. Just like Fletcher Cox had to be last year for us. He was playing very well when we shouldn't have been dependent on him like that. Bottom line is, bro, we got to address that during the bye week.
Yeah. Hold on. We got to address tackling during the bye week. There's a lot of missed tackles in that game too, man.
Blocking and tackling.
Yeah. Blocking
Basic and tackling, of the game. That's what we teach at Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Blocking and tackling. That's the fundamental of the game. And we don't have
and your boy, your favorite player did what he seems to do every game. Found a way to fumble the ball.
Oh, okay.
Found a way to fumble the ball. This time,
you're the one that put the stigma on him.
It's me. Oh, whatever. This time, he decided not to pay. Like my thing is, you gotta have my understanding. I didn't play quarterback, but I understand. I've listened to enough quarterbacks talk and dissect the game to know that you got to be aware. You got to have that pocket presence to know, hey, it's too hot here. I gotta hold it. I gotta pull the ball down and get out the way. At least he ain't gotta run the ball, but like move out the way. Like, yeah, it's good to stand in the pocket. Stand, let the pocket protect you. But eventually, when you feel like you're not getting that help, which he wasn't,
get out of there.
You know what I'm saying? That fumble, we were at the very least maybe a field goal. I feel like we probably would have went for it. But the worst thing for us to happen was to have a fumble that close to the red zone. It's like you got to be smarter than that, man. And he just continues to have these bad turnovers at the wrong time. And it's like he can talk about. I'm sorry to make this, but I'm gonna have to do it. I'm sorry for the Jalen Hurts fan club and anybody that likes Jalen Hurts.
No apology. Say it.
But real talk. People used to bash Donovan. For all the stuff that he didn't do and stuff like the championships he didn't win, all that. But I'm gonna tell you right now,
number 5 will always love you.
Number 5 had trash, and he found a way to turn them into gold. I don't think Jalen could ever.
Oh,
right now, do what Donovan did in the career that he did as an Eagle in regards to making sure. Like right now, what Jalen Hurts played with this past game was what Donovan played with for like seasons.
Number 5 will always love you. The hot take with 5 on episode number 5.
For seasons. For seasons, Donovan played with the kind of level of players that Jalen played with in Tampa Bay. And the difference is Donovan wasn't making the stupid turnovers that Jalen makes every week. Donovan, I don't remember being like, just wait for it. He gonna fumble. Just wait for it. He gonna fumble. Jalen seems to be the dude every week. You just gotta give him a chance. Just wait long enough, and he gonna fumble at the wrong time. Come on, man.
I'm trying not to put this on Jalen Hurts' jacket so bad. I'm trying.
It's not all on him. But
not the game, but the turnover jacket. Like I'm trying not to put that turnover prone jacket on him. I've been trying since week 1, trying not to. Week 1, I said 3 turnovers. That's way too much. We won the game, but I said I do not want to see that going forward. You're averaging at least 2 turnovers a game, man. And I think it's something that you can clean up. I think you kind of been pressing, trying to make plays because of how we've been playing so inconsistent. I understand that. In the pocket, you don't have that mental clock for some reason. That let me get out of here. And I don't know why, because you're a quarterback. You got to develop that.
Right.
But you can't avoid one tackler that almost killed you. Right. Take a second getting away from him, then plant your feet back and continue to look and plant and try to throw. You're not going to have enough time, bro. The Wolves is coming.
Right.
You get away from my dog, I'm on you. So that to me, that's not there for you right now, but I think it's something that can be coached up, that area. But these throws into like triple and double coverage for no reason on the bad down the distance, it's like, I don't know what's going on, man. And I'm getting concerned about these turns. I've been concerned. But I'm trying not to go over the edge on any evaluation because number one, he had no weapons. You can't
that's what I'm saying. Back to what I said about Donovan. I feel like
you're right. That Donovan take was spot on, honestly, because I mean Donovan might have had a Westbrook, a Balkhalter, or Staley, but when you think of receivers, Pinkston, Mitchell,
nope.
The boy Brown,
Thrash. What was the I hate to use the color, but what was the white boy we had? I forget that
Kevin Curtis.
Yeah, Kevin Curtis.
He ain't had that many. He ain't had that many weapons outside of T.O. Then he got Ertz and started to get Jack and them. Then we like, all right, that's why we was happy in Philly during that era because we went so long without weapons. When we got T.O., that's why he got everything laid at his feet because he was a real playmaker. We ain't seen that in Philadelphia. We like, oh, we got a god out there, but yeah, that type of weapons. That's what McNabb used to go out there with on a consistent basis. And let's be fair, McNabb was coached by Andy Reid, a Hall of Fame coach. We didn't appreciate him as we should have done, but I think we all know Andy Reid is a way higher coach than Nick Sirianni. Sirianni, we're not even sure if he should be an NFL coach at this point. And Donovan practiced with those players every week. That was his norm. He wasn't looking for help. It wasn't like 1 week he just got shell-shocked and didn't know tendencies no more. Jalen is like just trying to keep it afloat. And I think he pressing too much was leading to turnovers. And I think they're not putting him in a position to succeed. But go ahead.
I say that for 2 reasons. I brought up Donovan for 2 reasons. First of all, people need to – I feel like the play that we're dealing with right now for these first 4 games, people need to start appreciating what we had. Yeah, a lot, appreciating that. I feel like Donovan should get appreciated more and more. For the last 2 quarterbacks we had, Jalen and Wentz, Donovan needs to be appreciated more. That's A, right? Mm-hmm. B, I feel like I'm realizing about Jalen has to have weapons. Jalen is not that quarterback that will make people better, like make players better.
Did you ever think he was that?
I mean, when you're talking about, I guess I was under the wrong impression that when you're talking about a franchise quarterback, that he's a quarterback that, yes, if he has weapons, it's gravy. You know, again, going back to the Donovan thing. Like, I feel like Donovan, franchise quarterback, who he had trash, but he made it gold as best he could. But when you gave him weapons like a T.O., it just made him even better. I feel like with Jalen, he's got to have like a T.O. or A.J. Brown for him to be as successful as we had him in 2022. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can't have bums and us expect him to make them, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like with Jalen. I feel like the difference is Jalen.
No, that's 100% facts. That's 100% facts. And me, I never looked at Jalen Hurts as a quarterback that makes everybody better. To me, Jalen Hurts is, and I was talking about this with my bro, I called him a playmaking game manager. He's a good game manager. He's not going, and to me, that was his strengths. He will make a play with his feet when it break down. He gonna take care of the ball, put it where it's supposed to. He gonna lead right. And lately, he's been turning the ball over, which you can't do as a game manager. You can't do it because you managing the game. That's literally bad management of the game is turning the ball over. So lately, he ain't been being a good game. I always thought he was a game manager just by watching him from his Oklahoma days. And he developed as a passer some. No, at Alabama when he first started, he was a strictly game manager. He was very raw then. And then he got gradually better than at Oklahoma. He was allowed to pass more, and he opened up his passing game a little bit, but he was still a game manager when we talk about NFL talent-wise. And in the NFL, he's really been that. I mean, that Super Bowl year, the tush pushes.
That's why I was waiting. You think he was a game manager?
He's a playmaking game manager, meaning he can make a superstar play. You know, he can make a superstar player too that really changes the game. So a regular game manager, you just, but he's a playmaking game manager to where at times you can be fooled to be thinking he's an elite quarterback because he'll go get that first down with his feet or make an incredible deep throw here and there. But if you add everything up throughout the course of the game, he's just managing the game for real, which all quarterbacks really essentially do. But I never thought he was a quarterback to raise nobody level of play.
Okay. I mean, and honestly, man, I'm starting to really believe that more and more, which, again, it's not bad if you got the weapons, but right now he doesn't have the weapons, and that's the concerning part about how the season is going to go. Like, we need AJ and Devontae to be back. Like, it's not a game anymore. It is a game, but it's not. It's real serious.
But that is exactly why I'm not going all the way off the ledge with the concern, because we haven't seen that. And I think he's good enough. He's done enough for us to be patient with. Let's get everything back on the field and then see. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's looked terrible while they was off the field. He just made crucial mistakes that he has to clean up, obviously. And I'm glad this bye week is coming. Some health is coming. I don't think Jalen Hurts is a lost cause, but he's under a microscope, and that turnover is no excuse for the turnovers. There's no excuse for the turnovers. It's an excuse for how consistent the offense has looked, yes, but not for the turnovers. You got to clean that up, and that's not going to continue to be accepted in the Philly.
Bro, if he doesn't fumble that ball, that's the third quarter. If he doesn't fumble that ball because he sees that Levante Davis is close, I got to tuck it down and play another down. We actually were, if we can score a touchdown.
That was a momentum drive.
We're right there. We're right there. 30-23.
Football is about momentum. That was a killer right there. That's what turnovers do. They kill your momentum and automatically gives the other team momentum. There is not a fumble recovery, an interception, a sack fumble that I've been a part of that's never been a huge momentum swing for the defense. That's literally what the defense plays to get. And the score on top of that if they can. So clean that up. So this bye week, I want Jalen to be in the lab with the quarterback coach and Kellen Moore, figuring out what went right, what went wrong, cleaning up tendencies. And I want Howie Roseman to be on that phone calling around the league trying to get us another pass rusher in here. I think if we all in.
He messed up. I'm going to say this. at this point, I don't think it's too early to tell. I mean, yes, we maybe Bryce Huff can shock us. At this point, he'd be shocking us if he ended up the rest of the season becoming a monster and getting a bunch of sacks. But right now, it's looking like Howie made a huge mistake not giving Hassan Reddick something close to
what he was. This Hassan Reddick stuff. Stop. Like, that wouldn't have been enough either. If Hassan Reddick was on this team, then what?
Instead of Bryce Huff?
Hassan Reddick is strictly, I don't want to tarnish him as a football player, but he's an opportunist pass rusher. That's what he is. We need a dynamic player on that edge, and we didn't want to give him the money for a reason. The money he wanted with the play he put on the field, we said no. We let him go. Matter of fact, we traded him to the Jets.
Right.
Y'all signed him. Right.
For Agent Zero.
But we didn't trade for Huff. We just signed Huff during free agency.
No. Hold on. Yes, we did.
We didn't trade for Huff. We signed Huff. Huff.
My apologies.
But either way it goes, I think if you swap Reddick for Huff, it don't look as bad, but it's still not good enough. We need a real playmaker. You can always look back and say hindsight, and not to say that we miss any type of pass rush right now, literally. Yeah. Like I'm sure if you could call Michael Strahan, Javon Curse, anybody that could come get Julius Peppers, any semblance of a rest, we're gonna be grateful for them over Huff. But let's not act like it was Howie mistake not signing Reddick, because that was a smart business decision not to give him that money, because that allowed us to do the rest of the things with the team. But the person you did get the money to, that was a mistake. Yeah. That was a mistake, and that's where I agree with you on your statement. But I'm hearing a lot of this Reddick stuff, and it's like we had Reddick. We chose not to sign him. People was frustrated with Reddick last year. They said he was sack running because his contract was coming up.
So hold on. So moving forward, what do you think the mentality should be for us moving forward when we go to like the Browns and moving forward, like the rest of the season?
I think we should.
What should be our mentality?
I think we should trade for Myles Garrett. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that.
What? I mean, don't get me wrong, that'd be great. But what are we talking about? Like, what are we giving up?
I know he can't make it happen. That's just one of them pipe dreams.
That would be great. Let me tell you something. We would be going bananas if we can get Myles Garrett.
Maybe not Myles Garrett, but we need to go find a young pass rusher with some potential and that ain't been unleashed and let him unleash. I'm not saying we need to break the news bank and break the bank, but we need to make a move or two over this bye week, Howie. And if you're looking at this talent thinking not, I don't know what to tell you. So but moving forward, what I will say is we need some players that have now don't get me wrong, that was the same defense that played in New Orleans, right? The same defense that we was happy with. They wasn't really hurt like that.
Right.
So what I really think it'll take is just an adjustment in mentality.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna say an adjustment in mentality for real, because they have potentially some pieces there that can play good defense. Mm-hmm. But that pass rush does need to get corrected. I don't even know if that's a mentality thing, honestly, man.
I mean,
that we need a piece or two there.
Yeah, I will say, shout out to Quinyon Mitchell, man. I'm really encouraged by what I'm seeing from him play wise. Mm-hmm. Like I really like. I'm excited to see this bull grow with us and stuff like that. That's definitely one. Even
his mentality, I love.
Even last week, man, his play. He made some plays. He made a big play on Mike Evans. Like he made. Like,
and speaking of Quinyon Mitchell, speaking of mentalities, I got this clip, and it's gonna give you an insight. This has been going around social media. And a lot of people not happy with this clip. But let me just show y'all, right? This is the difference in mentality. But let's speak to the Quinyon Mitchell mentality.
You easy. You easy. Huh? You easy as get over here. I've been on you all day, huh? How many catches you got on me? You got one catch, you got to win. All right. You know who I am, right? You know who I am, right? No, I do not. No. I don't. Right? Yeah, that means you got more juice.
Look.
You just had the most juice out here. We 31.
So Mitchell is essentially talking to Mike Evans.
You easy.
You know what I mean?
You easy. Huh? You easy.
Mike, he saying something to Mike that got Mike saying you easy. You easy to get open on. That's what
right.
He said something to him to make him say that. So that's where the clip started at.
Right.
And Mike Evans go, you easy. He goes, how many catches you got on me? You got one catch. Like he's talking to him like that, man to man, a rookie. Then Mike Evans says, you know who I am? Then he says, you know who I am? So that just show you 27 not out there to play no games, bro.
Right.
He not out there to play no games at all. So shout out to him, you know, in his mentality. But speaking of that, and him and his mentality, we gotta see somebody else's mentality, man. We gotta see somebody else's mentality that ain't necessarily working out the same way, man. Now, what I'm about to show is one of the same clips, just a different player. Also going at it with Mike Evans, you know. And let's see what this player talked about with Mike Evans, you know. Okay, let's go. It's finally ready. After the moments of
drum roll, please.
Please don't. Bro, you're 12, man. Congratulations, bro, on everything. I'm 1 year behind you. We've been playing against each other since college, bro. That's crazy. You're the same, dude. Please don't. Bro, you're 12, man. Congratulations, bro, on everything.
I mean,
I'm 1 year behind you. We've been playing against college, bro.
They talking like two old dudes that's played against each other for a minute. Like I don't. Right now, it's not the time to be doing that, and that's the thing. But it's like that's how you know Slay is pretty much almost done playing football. Quinyon got that burn. Like I'm ready. I'm coming here trying to prove myself. Yeah, you ain't gonna do this on me, bro. I don't care how old you are. I don't care who you are. You know, I know who you know who I am. I know who you are. You know who I am. Slay, like, all right, well, hey man, it's been a good run. You know, we played each other. Hey man, yeah.
He just enjoying the moment out there, bro. And speaking of mentality, that's not the only cornerbacks that had an exchange with Mike Evans. Let's just
you got more.
Go in there. I got one more, man. One more. Let's see how this goes.
It gets worse or better?
Hey, yo.
Oh, wow.
I still play, bro. I got you on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, yo.
You gotta get on there one more time.
I still play, bro. I got you on Fortnite.
Yeah. You still be gaming?
Oh, my gosh. They up here talking about gaming during the game.
Said, do you still be gaming?
The question is, at what point is this? What's the score at this point that y'all talking about stuff like this?
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
But those clips are tearing up social media because number one, it's like, why are you talking to the ops? And just the contrast and what a rookie got going on versus what our veteran cornerback got on. It just was a major one. But I understand both clips. Mitchell out there fighting, competing, and you can tell. Like you can just tell watching Mitchell that he takes every rep seriously. He don't want a ball caught on him, and he's upset if a ball's caught on him. But you can also tell Slay, next play, it happens. That's his mentality. But these guys been in the league playing against each other for years. I mean, you compete in the whole game. If you have a couple words that the mic catches, like, But I do think that speaks to like when I was in war zone. It wasn't no cool. I don't want to. None of that. It's a certain mentality you got when you just in battle that don't allow you to laugh with it unless it's like those moments that it just happens. You're not finding the moment to laugh at with each other. But if something happens on the field and it's funny, then it's funny. But I'm not searching for a common ground with you. But Mike Evans was congratulating him on 12 years in the league. So.
Right. I feel like the most egregious one is Avonte Maddox. Because he got his own display. But it's like really what we talking about gaming? Like focus on the game. That's why you're behind missed tackles. Because you're focusing on Fortnite instead of focusing on tackling your man.
Like seriously. Tackles on Fortnite, I tell you that.
He had the most. I just remember about the fact he had one of the most egregious ones where he missed the dude. I think the dude like almost jumped over him.
Oh yeah. On that screen pass, he just shoulder dived at him, and it's like he just run past him like he ain't even there. Like rap, bring your arms with you, my boy.
You ain't old enough to
Quignon
retire.
with you.
You should be told. You should still have that fire like Quignon. You like, yo, you know, like you don't even play. First of all, you don't even play full enough seasons for you to be talking about Fortnite. You should be trying to utilize as much time as you can on the field because we don't even know your next game if you're going to be able to play the whole game because you don't stay healthy for the whole season. And you want to talk about Fortnite? Come on, man.
God, Avante. Just put you on the skillet just because you like playing Fortnite. I just don't know.
Come on, man. That's some stuff you call. Hey, call him on the phone. Text him. What you doing talking on the field about?
Don't talk about that now. We don't give a damn about that now. But you know, I gotta agree with you, man. I think Avante, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You trying to set up dates later on the game? Come on, bro. Not in the middle of war, though. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy, man.
Nah, man.
But I do think our mentality needs to be more consistent as a defense. That's what that clip showed me. I need more Quignon Mitchells than I need Avante Maddox mentalities on the field.
Yes.
That needs to be the group mentality. You know what I mean?
But I feel like the whistle blow. I think part of that's from what I've heard about veterans, man, talking about how they don't have the same passion for some of them. They don't have the same hate or the same their passion is different than ours as fans. Like their passion is from a competitive nature. You know what I'm saying? You're competing like anytime. Like, you know what I mean? If you're playing ball against somebody, if you have competitive nature, you want to beat them and stuff like that, right?
And I'm playing ball.
That's where it comes from. But they don't have the same disdain for the opponent that we as fans do. We're Eagles fans. We don't want any team to beat us. They all like, we cool. Like, I don't want you to beat me on a play, but we still buddies and stuff like that. We still cool, right?
It's two different mentalities. And it's man. This is a new age of competition. This is the AAU era, even though this football is not like it was back in the day. And a lot of Philly fans, especially the old school ones, see that clip and it's like, it just looked nasty to us. And the Quignon Mitchell clip just looked like, we don't like this player. And it's just a difference in mentality. Does it matter? I think ultimately, yes. I think our defense needs to be more tougher. I see Jalen Carter mindset. He damn near about to fight every week. Somebody on the field. CJ, that's what he do bring to the table, that attitude. And it look like Quignon Mitchell got that. I think our leaders on defense need to be more dog-like. And I don't know, you can't turn that on year 12 or year 5 or 4, whatever year Devontae Maddox in, but come on, man. It's a time and a place. So clean that up over this week. Defense, just your mentality stepping into a game, step on the field is war from the beginning. How we need to make a couple calls, inquiring about defensive ends. I think Jalen need to clean up a lot of things we've been seeing as far as pocket presence and them throws in the pocket. We need to get healthy. And Sirianni, I think I don't know what you need to do. But I'm not, I'm optimistic about us on the other side of the bye week, honestly.
Right. I agree. I still believe, man.
Even though we 2-2 right now, and it's cool. The Bucks 3-1. I don't think they better than us. I think we'll wind up with a better record than them. So we still right there in the thick of everything. We just gonna do a quick look around the league, like super quick. I mean, the Chiefs got to win versus the Chargers, 17-10. So the Chiefs is 4-0. I think one of the few 4-0 teams. The Ravens beat the Bills for their second straight win. So they gave the Bills their first loss. So those are two teams going at it. The Lions beat the Seahawks. I think they went to 3-1 after beating the Seahawks. And then we had the Cowgirls beating the Giants 20-15 in a hard-fought game where they barely pulled that off. I think the Cowboys are 1-3. Or is they 2-2? I'm not sure.
Right.
They 2-2, yeah, because they beat the Browns the first week. So, and I think the Commanders are actually 3-1. We actually need to start talking about them because they are looking like a team to be reckoned with. Jaden Daniels look good over there, so we'll get into that. We got the Commanders coming up soon, and 49ers was able to beat the Patriots, and they now 2-2 too. So, it's parity around the league. Nobody's running away with anything. It's going to be a long season. You have the best of the Eagles at all.
I'm nervous about, like I said, I'm nervous about the Commanders, man. The division winners always changes, and like
they was knocking. They knocking.
Yeah.
Get it rolling. Maybe add a piece. They look good over there. I can't lie. The rookie. I can't wait to play him because he's gonna be a thorn in our side. But I want to see him up close and personal. Pause. But
right.
We'll go ahead and get into what we got coming up next. That is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cleveland Browns. 2-2 versus the 1-3 Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson coming in here. Myles Garrett, Amari Cooper. Nick Chubb won't be back. I mean, but they got Njoku. They got some pieces. Tough defense. What you think about this game?
I am concerned. It depends on who's playing. But I'm assuming we're gonna have Lane back. I don't think you said that, but we're gonna have Lane back. I think, like you said,
we should have everybody back.
We should at least have Devontae. I'm hoping we have AJ. I'm assuming
we should have AJ back too.
So if we're at full strength or as close as we can be, I think this is the game where we might well, I don't know if we're gonna handle like the Cowboys did, but this is us. This is us winning. We're gonna win this game.
We should beat them.
Eagles gonna win. I ain't gonna put a score. I ain't doing no more scores.
Yeah.
But the Eagles gonna win, man.
Eagles should win, and y'all already know.
I still believe in Jalen. I still believe that he can fix his problems. I still believe that with the weapons that we have, that he'll do better than he's done trying to, make make gold out of mush. But yeah, we'll see.
I'm on the same page, man. Like I said, I'm not panicking right now. Slightly concerned about a few things. Definitely see some areas of improvement, but I think we get fairly healthy coming out this bye week. Weapons back, ready to lock and load. We can get some semblance of an offense to see how we going to look. I don't think we're going to come out and world beat because we kind of still in the preseason with our starting offense. We got one game together with these guys, so we got to get them playing together. But I think we should handle the Cleveland Browns at home, and I ain't giving no score. So hopefully we both right, man, and we get the Cleveland Browns out of here. Deshaun Watson ain't looked that good this season, so and just period since he's been back. So we should be able to handle them. If we are who we think we are and who we think we can be, we should be able to get that win versus an average team to below average Cleveland Browns. So yes, that's both of our predictions. For this week, and we both 1-3 so far.
Maybe they're so bad that they say maybe we should trade Myles Garrett like you want. Maybe we can come up with something a little cheap.
We need to send him a private dinner while he's in the city, treat him extra good, give him the biggest hotel room, and just leave notes all over it, leave subliminal messages all over it.
Right.
We can make it happen.
Right.
Rise up, Cleveland. Come over there and be your number 0 option.
Man.
But that's our predictions, man. We've been predicting every game, and we're gonna continue to do so. If y'all keeping track, we both 1-3 right now. We're hoping to turn it around just like the Eagles, So yeah, that's us getting into the Eagles. And just to let y'all know, we don't play this Sunday coming up. We don't, so don't be looking forward this Sunday. We on bye week, so we gotta wait for a long time before we get to see the Eagles back on the field. That's 10 days to be exact. That's gonna be a long 10 days.
So y'all got plenty of time to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
That part. Go
plenty
ahead
of time.
And catch up on the episodes if you ain't see them. We got some episodes in the archive from season 1, and now this is season 5, episode 5. 5 will always love you. So go ahead and tap in with us, man. And just to let y'all know, next Sunday, it's going to be a tailgate situation down there at Lincoln Financial Field, and we got some good content coming from outside the stadium.
Yeah.
And if you like tailgating, pull up. It's going to be a party. I'm gonna post some info on the social medias about that, but we doing it. No Box Sports Podcast coming live from the link. F what you think.
Yes.
The Eagles better not stink.
Can't wait. Oh, I know that's right. Can't wait, bro.
Tap in with us, man. But moving on to paying respects to somebody that played a major part in Philadelphia sports. a significant enough part. We lost a legend, and the one and only Dikembe Mutombo, man. We lost him. I think it was. When was it? I don't want to speak the wrong thing. I think it was
I think it's a couple
Tuesday.
days ago. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Dikembe. When was this? September 30th. So that might have been Sunday. It might have been Sunday. So yeah. See him right there in the Sixers. He was I think he was from, I don't want to speak the wrong African country, but he was from Africa, one of them countries over there.
right.
Died at 58. He was a Hall of Famer, legend, and they saying it was brain cancer. You know, we all gotta exit up out of here one way or another, and that's the way the legend left at the age of 58. So let's go ahead and have a little quick moment of silence for the guy, Dikembe Mutombo. Salute to the legend, salute to the legend, salute to the legend. Dikembe, man, what comes to mind, you know, when you think of Dikembe?
I mean, the first one is always actually his time in Denver when he's holding that ball after they upset the Seattle Supersonics. And he's holding that ball on the ground. He's just like, you know, can't believe it happened. And he's just like really celebrating. That's one of my first ones. And then the main one obviously is him just like coming in halfway through the season and actually helping us defensively get to the finals. Like he was a big part. He was a major part of why we got to the finals. Made that. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all gotta stop anybody. Like he was the difference. We needed some extra defense.
He played a part in that team. I don't want to say
defense, he played a big. Okay, he played a big part. He actually defensively, he made us a better defensive team. We were already a good defensive team. He made us a better defensive team, which at that time, that's kind of what was our thing. It was like everybody else played defense. AI score a bunch of points.
Yeah.
Get him when you fit it. He was a big part of that. He definitely kept people away from that rim that year, 2001, except for Shaq. But
he did his job. He did his job. Definitely not with Shaq. But we were a good defensive team. We had Theo Ratliff, who was on the rise, and he was a starter. So we was a good defensive team, and Theo Ratliff was better than Mutombo at that point in time. And he was on the break of superstardom, but he got hurt. And then we traded for Mutombo so it wouldn't be a drop-off. So it was a slight drop-off defensively. But, you know, he did come in and anchor that center position for us, him along with Matt Geiger and Ty McCullough and Tyrone Hill. They used to play that 5 for us. So, shout out to Mutombo, man. By the time he got to us, he could barely run. I feel like just watching that Mutombo running around, he just was like, he out there, he a vet, he doing his thing, but it was like Mutombo was super old. That'd be like if you got Draymond, like now, 2 years from now, you like, okay, still got it. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Dikembe, one of the best shot blockers in NBA history, one of the best defensive players in NBA history, a legend at the center spot, already in the Hall of Fame. One of my favorite Dikembe moments, and I didn't see this live. I seen this like basketball archives as they go around the internet some years ago. But it was just this scene at the All-Star game where they was all in the training room, and Dikembe and Michael was talking, and I guess they was talking about how Dikembe was talking about how Michael never dunked on him, and they was going back and forth, and Dikembe was like, "You did not get me, Michael. You did not get me. Scotty got me." He's like, and Mike was like, Dikembe, come on, I got you. He's like, we could call Scotty. No, you did not get me. And he was animated about it.
He was.
And I just love that clip so much because he really talking back and forth with Jordan.
Right.
And you don't see too much of that. You know what I mean? Because dude was bowing to Jordan back in that era. He was Jesus walks from what I see in here. And to see that, him going back and forth with Jordan in that training room, like, you never dunked on me. You never got me, dog. Ever. And he was a real true shot blocker, so he took pride in that. You know who dunked on you and who didn't. And up to that point,
he did that typical young person thing, man. He did that typical young person. You just like Quinyon. Just like, I don't care who you are. I'm just, you ain't do that to me. You know what I'm saying?
Like it ain't go down over here. I know who dunked on me. You was not one of them. I got dunked on by by Patrick, by Olajuwon, by Dud, but not you. You never dunked on me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait,
but the funny part
wait,
about
wait,
that clip
what?
is let's pay attention to the facts. The thing we talking about that's most important. But you heard right, just in case y'all heard that there at home. Later that season, after the All-Star
Yeah.
break, you know how Mike was. You know how Mike was. So he put him on his radar and caught him. Next time he caught the Hawks, it looked like he was slashing baseline, dunked on him, and then after he dunked on him, he gave Mutombo the finger like this.
Yeah. Classic.
That speaks to the Jordan mentality. Like,
Yep.
when you on that hit list, you gotta get got because I'm the top
Yep.
predator. But I just fooled with Mutombo for that interaction and his play with the Sixers, and the proper respect is on Mutombo name. So RIP, man. Hopefully
man.
we can get your African brother and be the championship to put on for the whole continent of Africa. But you just speak to the fact that this thing could be over at any time, man. A young 58, Dikembe Mutombo, man.
Right, man. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I don't want to leave on I didn't want to end on a bad note, but I will say 58 is, the older you get, I feel like 58 seems young, and
That's not old at all, bro.
It's
not old at all.
The 20-year-old viewers might feel differently, but for people like our age, it's like it's not that old. I mean, it's really not old, period. You're right. But depending on your perspective, sometimes you're like, oh, 58, that seems kind of, but it's like,
yeah, that's dinosaurs.
But like it's wild, and especially how it happened. It's like it's like wow, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, R.I.P. man. Rest.
R.I.P. to the guy, Dikembe Mutombo, 55. You did your thing. Let's go ahead and show you one more again before we get out of there. There you go. Yup. But this has been, episode 5 coming to you live of the No Box Sports Podcast, brought to you by No Box Entertainment. We are rolling along and rolling strong. Episode 6 will be a special edition down there at the link. Hope to see some of y'all out there.
Yes.
We are on bye week, so you got plenty of time. Like the original CP3 said, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, catch up on old episodes. But it's been a pleasure. My name not Trevor, but my name is Uncle Doug, in case you didn't know.
And I'm the original CP3.
And you better not ever forget it. That's the original. And I just need y'all to know one thing. 5 will always love you. Number 5 will always love you. Until next time, family, be safe. We out.